Aluren now on the right side of your screen. Phil Bleckman on the left with Miracles once again. George Pappas, the player on the right. This is 60 card Aluren, no Urion. I figured people were going to ask that, so I remembered to mention. Miracles, Phil, or Aluren, George. We'll give chat 5 minutes for that. That was a pretty awesome last round. Dead to the Snapcaster attack, yeah. Misplay with the life total. So I believe the scoop happened because the prismatic ending hit the Goblin Engineer, and then the Snapcaster was just swinging for the kill, right? All right, Uro, and then, unfortunately, it looks like the life totals are being covered up right now, so I'm just going to remove the leaderboard up top so everybody can see life totals. Just temporarily move that. Okay, Abrupt Decay hits Counterbalance. George Pappas on the right side of the screen, one of the best legacy players in the New York area. This is a good player. More known for playing Modern, I would say. But solid. So this should be good. All right, Belful Strix here, drawing a card. We've seen George Pappas a couple of times on 90s MTG, and I think other times was playing either Depths or Miracles, maybe. But now on Aluren. Charlotte's Agent on the board. I love Charlotte's Agent. I should probably build the Charlotte's Agent modern deck. It's on my list. Cavern Harpy. And just like everybody else, Phil has to read that card again every time you see it. Like, what does this card do again? Very strange card. Is there only one version in existence of Cavern Harpy? Just the plane shift version? Or has it been reprinted? I honestly don't know. Someone check. I can only picture it with that look. I can't picture it in a modern card frame. Force of Will on Cavern Harpy, pitching Snapcaster Mage. Brainstorm and Response. Ooh, I like that Brainstorm. It's like 3 fetches in a snow-covered forest in play for George, and a Force of Will back, and it's a Force of Will pitching a second Snapcaster Mage for Force of Phil. So the counter war was won by Phil, and the Cavern Harpy is gone. Double fetch for George. Polluted Delta and a Misty, so he's going to get an island and I guess a black or green. Okay, a Bayou for black. Both players, I believe, are 2-1 at this point. I think. This is round. Yeah, I'm not completely sure actually. This they both might actually be 1-1. I lost track where we are. All right. A Uro comes down here, getting escaped. Oh yeah, this is round 3. This is round 3. So they're both 1-1. We saw Phil lose to Death and Taxes and then beat the Blue Red Prison Brew. Phil fetching here. 98% favored for Aluren, says chat. That's a pretty strong prediction in favor of Aluren. Is Aluren just really good against miracles, or are people feeling strong? Here's Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace brainstorming. Fetch, and looks like Swords to Plowshares hit Uro. Uro gone. Still have a Baleful Strix, an Ice Fang Coatl, and a Shardless Agent attacking, though. That's a lot of power. Phil only at 9. That's two hits, potentially. If you consider a fetch or something for Phil mixed in. Brainstorm for George. Likely going to attack Jason Mind Sculptor here. There's no reason not to, I guess. Phil completely tapped out. Unlikely that anything will affect these creatures in play this turn. Attacks Jace with all 3. Taking no chances, I guess. Mishra's Bauble. Look at the next card. Looks like Phil has maybe 2 or 3 in hand. Predict. Knows the card on top, obviously. Just saw it. Aluren player looking at the sideboard now. This is game 1. Counterbalance to the yard, draw 2. What do you think of Mishra's Bauble in Miracles like Phil has here, chat? Do you like that? I'm not much of a Miracles player. All right. Here's Aluren. Brainstorm and response. Don't want Aluren to resolve if you're Phil. Quite dangerous. Hard casting Force of Will. And it's getting forced back. And will most likely resolve here. Living Wish gets a scoop. All right, so game 1 goes to Aluren. Okay. Player shuffling up here and sideboarding for game 2. Seven cards for George. Scalding Tarn pass. Couple of fetches to start the game.
And then attempt to play this off of just a green
Here's Belful Strix.
trigger draw.
Belful Strix is a good one. I miss playing with Belful Strix all the time. I saw there was like a blue-black... Oh, yeah, you're right. How did he cast that Belful Strix? You're so right. That was an error, I guess. That's unfortunate. Good catch. Usually we have to wait for the YouTube commenters to catch game rule violations like that. Phil didn't notice either, I guess. Unless, are we missing something? I don't think we're missing something, right? That was cast with an Underground Sienna Forest, straight up. That's unfortunate. Looks like a brainstorm here for Phil. The YouTube commenters catch all the game rule violations, by the way. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like button and make sure you let us know in the comments if you see any game rule violations. All right, I see a few of the cards in George's hand. Let's see. Brainstorm here to start. Fetch and Pyroblasting the Brainstorm. Getting Volcanic Island. Attacking for 1. Yeah, let's use right. We got the referees coming up here. I mean, if anybody has the hotline for the DCI, should definitely report this match that's going on right now. Because some illegal stuff is happening. Carpet of Flower is now on the board for George. It's not bad. 3 islands on the board for Phil. Belful Strix is going to attack again. Here's Aluren off the carpet. Off the carpet mana. And it's going to get Force of Willed. Playing a Bayou and attacking with that illegal Strix again. Plains pass. Would be some justice here if Phil wins this game. Here's Icefang Coatl. Attacking for 2, putting Phil down to 11. Making some carpet mana. Living Wish with 1 mana left. Living Wish gets exiled. Nice Living Wish, by the way. I like all these printings with the original set symbols in the text box. Grist. Oh, you could look for Grist with Living Wish. That's pretty neat. All right, here's Grist. Using the carpet mana, I'm assuming. Mill one, make an insect, I guess. Or do you not get an insect? I always forget what this card does. Grist. Create a 1/1 insect, then mill a card. Yeah, he has an, oh, okay. So you represented the insect with a die, which is technically illegal on this channel. First a game rule violation, and now this. Attacking with the insect and 2 Strixes, one of which is illegal. Grist at 5, potentially lethal here just from the ultimate on Grist, which is -5. Each opponent loses life equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. How many violations before a DQ? 1. No, I don't know. Isn't that illegal in competitive REL? Yeah. Using a die as your insect token in competitive REL is a lifetime ban, I heard. All right, there's 2 insects there, represented by dice, which, as we know, is illegal. Phil dies to the Grist Ultimate. Yeah, they also confiscate your deck. That's right, Lord Darkview. They also would keep your Legacy deck and put it through a shredder. I've seen it happen. All right. Sacks to destroy Jace and attacks for 3. Choosing not to ultimate Grist. Maybe there aren't enough cards in the graveyard. I'm not sure. Yeah, you could be arrested. That's true. No way to clear Jace if there's a Terminus. Yeah. Send for it Jace instead of using Grist. Maybe. Here's Source to Plowshares on Strix. All right, so the Strix that never should have been around in the first place is now exiled, where it belongs. Rooting for Phil here. Here's Prismatic Ending on Grist. Yep, Grist gone. Passing the turn. 1 insect, 1 coatl on the board for George. Carpet of Flowers. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize. I mean, it definitely does something, but let's see. Dress Down, Force of Will. It looks like Predict, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and maybe another Prismatic Ending is the white card. It's either Prismatic Ending or a Source of Plowshares. It was a Source of Plowshares, and it gets discarded here. So Dress Down, Predict, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Force of Will in hand for Phil. A lot of counting going on here. Carpet of Flowers, 3 mana. Some confusion about which mana was used for Thoughtseize. I guess the carpet made black. I'm not sure what they're discussing, but double fetch for George, getting a forest, and I don't remember if there's an Uro in the yard at the moment. C was tapped for Thoughtseize. He's right. High Train Conductor Lewinil pointing that out. Tapping a green. No. Casting a Veil of Summer. Just Veil of Summer to protect whatever's coming after it right now is happening. Phil thinking about a response. Does Phil know the top card of the deck? I don't believe so.
If you cast the blue in response to this result, you get to draw the card?
Almost there.
No, I had it. I had like 13 mana.
4.
I mean, when you
Phil thinking about fetching here. I don't think Phil knows the top card of the deck. So predict is not completely available at the moment. Gets a Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah, there's Volcanic Island, Tundra. And can put Source to Plowshares on top. And cast Dress Down here. In response to the Veil of Summer and plow the Ice-Fang Coatl. Okay. Now Veil will resolve. When it resolves, he'll draw a card because it dressed down. Here's Aluren. And Living Wish. Main phase Veil is odd. Acererak, whatever that card is called. Abrupt Decay on Dress Down. And then venturing into the dungeon infinite times and winning the game. All right. That match goes to Aluren.